What's up, guys? What's up, guys? How you all doing? I hope we all are good. How is the economy treating us? I hope it's favorable to us wherever we are. So for this tutorial, I'll be teaching us how to draft a straight. It's not a palazzo, but then it's not fitted. It's a straight pencil trouser. So I'll be working with this at the rare fabric. That is what I'm working with. So here with me, I folded my fabric into two like so. So the full length of this person is 57. I'm going to be minusing 57. I'm going to be minusing 17. I'm going to be minusing 17 from 57, which will give me 17 from 57 will give me 40. From that 40, I'm going to be taking 2 inches for my band. So from that 40, I'm going to be placing my tape rule starting from this 2 inches, which is going to be outside like so. Then I'm going to be placing it on 40 like so. I hope you can see the way I placed my tape rule. The 2 inches for the band out. Then I'm going to chalk down my 40 inches like so. Then I'm also going to be giving it like, she wants it long to cover her trouser and to cover her heels, so I'm going to be giving it 5 inches. 5 inches. 2 inches for the hemi, and the remaining 3 inches will serve as the length to cover her heels. So I'm going to be marking that out like so. So I'm a pretty shy person, so you all be nice and kind to me. So from these 2 inches that I've placed outside, I'm going to be marking down 10 inches for my hip line. I'm going to be marking down 10 inches for my hip line. Then I'll roll it out like so. Where I've marked for my hip line, I'm going to be going up by 2 inches. I'll go up by 2 inches like so. Why I'm always going up by 2 inches is most times when you cut directly on 8 inches or when you cut directly on 9 inches, and when the person is fitting the trouser, it sometimes have this bulge coming out. So the more reason I started doing this 10 inches and going up by 2 inches, it makes it sit like that place will be flat on the person's hip. It's going to sit perfectly well. There won't be any bulge coming out. The crease line is also going to sit perfectly well. So now for me to get my crotch length, I'm going to be dividing this person's hip, which is 42. 42 divided by 4 will give me 10 and a half. It will give me 10 and a half. So because this is a high waist trouser, I'm going to be adding 2.5 inches for it because it's high waist. I'm going to be adding 2.5 inches. So we have 10.5 inch for our hip plus 2.5 inches, which will give me a total of 13 inches like so. So this is my crotch length. My crotch length is 13 inches. So my crotch length, I'm going to be coming down by 4 inches for my tie. I'll go down by 4 inches like so for my tie. I hope you all can understand it like so. Now I'm going to be taking my measurements. My hip divided by 4 is giving me 10.5 plus 1 inch. You know, it's a trouser. A trouser does not have to have much seam allowance like so that it won't be bulky by the side. So 1 inch, 1.5 inch is fine for it. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch to my 10.5, which will give me 11.5 like so. 11.5. So I'm going to mark this all the way down to where my waist will be. 11.5. 11.5. 11.5. 11.5. 11.5. 11 and a half. So I'm going to rule it out like so. So sorry, I'm not supposed to mark the 11 and a half on the thigh, but the 11 and a half is supposed to start from the crotch down to up to where the waist is like so. Now to get my crotch depth, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dividing what I have here, which is 11 and a half. I'm going to be dividing it by 4. I'll be dividing what I have there by 4, my 11 and a half. I'll divide my 11 and a half by 4. So let's divide that by 4. 11 and a half divided by 4 is giving me 2.8. Then I'm going to be adding 0.19 plus 0.19 is giving me 3 inches. It's giving me 3 inches. So what I have here for the crotch depth of the front of my trouser is 3 inches like so. I hope you understand. 3 inches like so. Then I'll curve it out. Not too deep curve like so. I hope you can see. Then for our waist, the measurement for our waist is 32. 32 divided by 4 will give me 8 inches. So I'm going to be taking my 8 inches from this place like so. My 8 inches, then 1 inch for seam allowance. So from here, I will connect it to this place here like so. I hope you understand. I'll connect it like so. Now, so whatsoever I have here, that is giving me 14.75. Whatsoever I have here, I'm going to be minusing 1 from it. Assuming I have 12 here, I'm going to minus 1 from it. It's going to give me 11. It is that 11 I'll be imputing on the tie line. But right now, what I have here is 14.75. Minus 1 is going to give me 13.75. I hope you understand like so. I'll curve it out. Now, since this is not a palazzo and it's not a fitted pencil trouser, she just wants a straight cut. So whatever I have here is what, 13.75. I'm going to be minusing 4 from it. I'm going to be minusing 4 from it. If you want it to be big, you can minus like 2 inches from it, but she does not want it to be that big on her, so I'm going to be minusing here, and I'm going to be minusing 4, or I can minus 3 from it. So what I'll be having here is going to be 11.75. So I'm just going to put down my 11.75. I hope you understand that like so. Then I'm going to roll it out from where my tie line is. Feel free to ask me questions in the comment section. Now, this is optional. This is optional for you. You can just take from your waist to your hip line, but this is how I draft my own trouser. From here to here is giving me 10. That is how I draft it. So it will sit perfectly well on my hip. It's not going to be hanging in between my hip, and it's not going to be hanging above my hip. The trouser will sit perfectly well on my hip. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. But before cutting this out, I'm going to be giving this half an inch, because if you don't put half an inch here, there's going to be a shortage when you are sewing that crotch. So I'm just going to be giving it half an inch for my crotch like so. I hope you understand that. So I'm going to just go ahead and just cut out the front of my trouser out. So this is how my trouser looks now. I hope you can see. This is the outcome of the trouser. So I'm going to be taking this to cut the back piece. So as you can see, I've taken the front piece and placed it on my folded fabric, and I'm going to use it to cut out the back piece. Now, before you cut out the back piece, what you're going to do is you're going to divide your hip. Let's assume your hip is like this. For instance, I'm using hip 42. 42 divided by 4 will give me 10 and a half. Plus my 1 inch allowance will give me 11 and a half, right? Now to get the back piece, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 11 and a half divided by 2 minus 0.34. 11 and a half, that is whatever your hip is, divided by 4 plus seam allowance. Then you divide it by 2. Whatever it is, mine gave me 11 and a half divided by 2. Whatever it gives me, then I'll now minus 0.34 from it. So we are going to be dividing 11 and a half divided by 2 minus 0.34. It's giving me 5.41. Now from this place, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to take my 5.41 from this place here. My 5.41 from this place, the first line I drew when I was marking out my hip, that is where I'm going to be taking. I don't know if you can see, but this is it here. I'm not taking my measurement from this place here. I'm taking it from here where this line is on my crotch line. So I'm taking 5.41 like so. That's what I'm taking. Then I'm going to mark it down like so. Then I'll come to this place here. I'm going to be giving it 2 inch allowance. 2 inch allowance, 2 inches allowance, 2 inches allowance all the way down, 2 inches allowance all the way down, 2 inches allowance all the way down. Then I'll use my ruler to connect it. I'll use my ruler to connect it like so. Just like so. All the way down like so. Like so. I'm going to draw this out. Now, I'm not going to put in my zip at the back. My clients want it at the side. So I'm just going to do what I have here. I'm going to cut it out like so. But before cutting it out, you know, for a trouser, our butt is going to raise the trouser up a bit. So from the waist side, I'm going to be giving it 1.5 inch allowance upward. 1.5 inch allowance upward like that. Then I will connect it. I hope you can see. Then I'll blend it into my waist here. I'll blend it into my waist like so. This shifted. I'm going to check again. If I'm having 5.41, I'm going to check. Okay, I'm still having the same thing. Then I'll cut it out like so. I hope we understand what I mean. So this is it like this. I'm not going to be leaving any inches for zip at the back, since my clients want it to be by the side. But if you want your own zip to be at the back, it's fine also. So I'm just going to cut this out like so. Then I'll cut this out too. I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. You can ask me any question in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer your question and be of help. Like so. So in my next video, I'll be showing you how I sew this trouser and the final outcome. Remember, this trouser has 2 inches band at the upper part. So this is how the back looks like, and this is it. So thank you for watching, thank you for liking. So share and give me a thumbs up if you find this video helpful. See you in my next video. Bye.